All right, welcome to another video. I don't usually make videos every day. Actually, this video is courtesy a friend of mine, actually a friend of mine. He saw my yesterday's video about the market crash analysis and he really liked it. And he was wondering what can be done uh, for his son. How should his son invest? His son is in the 20s, just graduated, and his son is into, like his son has asked me questions about Bitcoin and Baba and Tesla and GameStop and other stocks. And I keep telling him, don't fall for those gimmicks. Instead, just invest in S&P 500. Okay. So now today, when I spoke to him, um, I was just asking about some questions. So I'm going to tell you more about it. So as I was talking to him, I said, okay, let me make a video for all of you and your kids, right? Because many of you have kids in their 20s. And so I just wanted to give you an idea as to how they should invest for retirement. Okay, so basically, power of compounding is extremely important. This is like a rocket fuel for money. The longer your money compounds, the more it grows. I mean, if you look at Warren Buffett and then his disciple Mohnish Pabrai, they always sing praises about compounding interest, compounding money. And in the past, I've sent videos about, compounding to my friend and his son as well. So I thought, let me just make a video where his son will stop bugging me about Baba and, GameStop and Hack, Palantir and all these stocks. Because I keep telling him, focus on, don't worry about getting rich quick things, just focus on doing something consistently. So I asked him, how much can he save per day? So he says, well, it would be easy for him to save per day $10. So, maybe he'll take a sandwich from home and not eat at Chipotle or Taco Bell or Wendy's or wherever he eats. So anyway, before I get into the video, so just want to tell you that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, so consult your financial advisor for your specific situation, financial situation. All right. So according to Investopedia, S&P 500, which is the US stock market, has returned an average of 10.26% from 1957 to end of 2023. That's the data I got. By the way, this asterisk is because it's not adjusted for inflation. So similarly, Helios, a Singapore-based management company, says Nifty 500, which is the Indian stock market, has achieved an annual return of 12.56% from July 99 to July 2024, so about 25 years. So that this is a good data set. You have a track record of, over the longer period as to how much you could have made in these stock markets. Okay. So 20, 25 years in case of S&P 500, it's, like 70, 80 years, that's a pretty good track record to go by. So, all right. So as I told you, my friend's son, I asked him how much can he save per month. And he was saying, per day, $10 should be easy for him to save. So that's $300. So the assumption in this calculation is if you invest $300 on the first of the month in the US stock market, S&P 500, or the Indian stock market. So you're putting the money on the first of the month. Okay. So $300, you're doing that every month without fail. Stock market is up, down, sideways, doesn't matter. You're just doing that every month like clockwork. Okay. So somebody in their 20s, they have 40 years till retirement. And I'm just guessing that because some places, the retirement, some countries, it's 60, 62, 65, 67, whatever it is. So just roughly 40 years until retirement. So the principal, so the amount that the person would contribute would be $144,000. Okay. And if that money was invested in the US stock market, it would be close to $1.8 million. Okay. So your $144,000 becomes $1.8 million. So almost I mean, a little over, 10 times your investment. Now, the same money would have been 3.4, a little over $3.4 million in the Indian stock market. Okay. So look at this, your investment of 144,000, and you're not doing anything fancy. You're just putting $300 a month in the stock market. Okay. And I'm just giving you the comparison. Sorry, I don't have data, or I am a little lazy. I didn't do comparisons for US, sorry, UK, Germany, China, others. Just did it for the US and the Indian stock market. Okay. Maybe, but if you want, I'll look at those as well for future videos. Okay. Now let's see if the person was lazy, they didn't start in their 20s. I won't say lazy. Let's say nobody told them, they did not have any idea. Like I had no clue, about these things. Otherwise, I would have done this in my 20s. But hey, I have no clue. Okay. So let's say the person is clueless and they start in their 30s. So they have 30 years until retirement. So their contribution is 108,000, which would go up to, like, 6 times more than that, a little over 6 times. And that would be 656,000 US dollars. Look at how much difference 10 years make. So that's why I was telling my friend and his son, man, you got to start now. Do not stop. Do not wait. Just start now because you're going to have a huge, huge advantage. Look, your money tripled, just the 10-year difference. Okay. So that's the power of compounding, basically. Indian stock market, a little over a million. So again, you see the tripling difference. So anybody in their 20s, just close your eyes, put $300 a month into the US stock market or the Indian stock market, or maybe split it to 50-50, half in the US, half in the Indian stock market. Okay. Because India economy is going to grow. India is already doing awesome. And the best part about India is, I'll tell you in terms of geopolitics. US is going to be bogged down into wars because of Israel, Iran, what's going on, then Russia, Ukraine, that's going on, then China, Taiwan, that could happen in future. So that could, you know, um, hurt the US economy. Okay. But India is actually friends with US, friends with Russia, friends with Iran, friends with Israel. So India is playing a good game there. If war happens, India will be like, we are a neutral country. We'll sit on the sidelines. And India is actually gearing to be a very good manufacturer of defense equipment. So all these wars are actually going to be really good for Indian economy as well. Yeah, so I'm a little biased towards India. Do your own research. I'm also a little biased towards US because I've spent half my time in India, half my time in the US, so that's why. But do your own research. And also, I do provide my sources. So feel free to fact check. And actually, you should do that because this is your money, and you should uh, the more you do your own research, the more you do, you spend time on that, the more you will understand different things. Okay, moving on. So let's say somebody, had no clue, they started in their 40s. So this would be their contribution. And this would amount to 224,000. Look at the difference. Every 10 years, the amount is like one third. Look, Indian stock market would have been 295. And if they were really unlucky, like most of us, uh, and you started investing in your 50s, okay, your contribution for the 10 years. So the assumption is you're putting $300 every month into the stock market, either Indian or the US. This would be your principal amount, the contribution that you would be making, because $300 is $3,600 a year. 300 per month is 3,600 a year. So 10 years is 36,000. All right. So that is almost going to be double, not really, but so it would be 61,000. Okay. And 69 for the US. All right. So by now it should be very, very clear that, you should, I'm not saying beat up your kids, although it could be a lot of fun, but no, I'm just kidding. But make sure that, they invest in the stock market, whether US or Indian stock market, as early as they can. And if you can bump this amount to a higher amount, that would be good too. I just started with something that most of the people should be able to do. If you're working in the US, $10 a day, $300 a month. I mean, I don't have a big data set. I just spoke to my friend's son and I just asked him what would be the minimum you'd be able to save. And he gave me the number of $10 a day. So I just used that and I did the calculations. But anyway, just to summarize, if you have kids or if you have nieces, nephews, or any friends who are young, make sure they watch this video because this is really, really important. Look at the huge difference you would have if you started early. All right. So hopefully you have a happy, healthy, and prosperous life and hope you make tons of money. And feel free to like, share this with your friends and let me know. Your comments would help me to make videos that I can do to help you. All right. So until next time, have an awesome life. Bye.